Good morning, everyone. Morning. We are Group D. Let me introduce ourselves to you. My name is Kaoru Ohashi, Ohashi Kaoru, from Koyo High School, Niigata Koyo High School. どうぞよろしくお願いします。
And my name is Caitlin DePalmer. You can call me Caitlin. I am an American who is working at the Niigata Prefectural Office in the International Affairs Division. So I will be an assistant to Mr. Ohashi. If you have any questions or problems, we'll do our best to assist you. Nice to meet you.
First, we will briefly introduce today's schedule. In the morning, we will have some icebreakers, and followed by presentation from each school. Between the presentations, we will take some commemorable photos of the group. Take pictures, okay? After a break for lunch, we will have a discussion from 1:10. And the opening ceremony will be from 2. And we will continue our discussion from 3:20 and hear reports on the study tours from 4:55. The first day will end 5:10, and there will be an exchange party from 5:50. Now, I'd like to confirm the aim of the workshop next. The aim of the workshop is We'd like to confirm the aim of the workshop. The aim of the workshop is learn together about disasters and reconstruction and propose action plans. There are various ages, nationalities, and native language in each group, so please be kind and help each other. Okay? First, we will have start self-introduction, icebreakers. You will introduce yourself in each team. Please decide who will speak first, then go around clockwise, like this. Please tell everyone your nickname, your scores, and something unique about you, or what is your like. Okay, please tell me. And from the second person onwards, please start by introducing what is unique about the person immediately before you, or what he or she likes. Then introduce yourself. Do you understand? Okay. We will show you some. Okay. So who will first? 1, 2, 3.
Sure, why don't you go first?
Right. Okay. I'm a first person. My name is Kaoru Ohashi. I'm from Niigata Koyo High School. I like playing volleyball. よろしくお願いします。
So introduce him first. I wasn't listening. Oh, I'm sorry. Could you say one more time?
Okay. Sorry. Speak slowly and loudly. I'm Kaoru Ohashi. From Niigata Koyo High School. Okay. I like volleyball. Okay.
This is Kaoru Ohashi.
Yes.
From Niigata Koyo
Yes.
High School, and he likes volleyball.
Yes.
Okay.
Good job.
All right. My name is Alyssa Williams. I'm the coordinator of international relations at Niigata City Hall, and I like anime and manga. I'm also the facilitator for groups D and C, which is why I'm here a bit late. I had to go to group C before I came here, so nice to meet you.
She is Alyssa Williams. She is the city coordinator for international relations, and she likes anime and manga. Is that right? Great. So my name is Caitlin. I am from Niigata Prefecture, International Affairs Division, and I like cats. Very easy. So,
Like this. She is Caitlin, and she works for prefecture, education board. So, and she likes cats.
very
Like this.
good.
Okay. Do you see that the activity? Okay. Please, school nickname or name or something unique or what you like. Okay. Please decide who will be first. Do rock paper scissors. Anything is okay. Have you decided? Okay, are you ready? Ready? Please, let's go. One more friend. Hi. Work together. Participants. Hello. ちょっと遅れてるかも。あ、Hello. ちょっと大きい声で聞いて、喋ってください。今時間ない。10時半。あ、わかりました。I'm sorry, time is up. Have you already finished? Okay. Okay, so let's go on to next one. Next activity is find as many things in common as possible. えーっと in each team, ask questions in turn using the same order as for self-introduction and try to find as many things you can have in common in 5 minutes and take notes of them. Okay,
So in the same order as you did your self-introduction. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3. For you, maybe it should be the same.
have you ever been abroad?
Yes.
Yes?
Yes.
Yes?
Yes.
Okay. Yes, of course,
Great,
yes.
1
Great.
point.
1 point. Okay? So,
Let's see. Do you like cats?
Yes.
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 2
2
points.
points. Okay.
Okay. Can you swim?
No, I'm sorry.
Yes.
Oh, no point. So we've got 2 points.
Okay? Like this. Please count the your scores. Okay? But please don't use like these questions. Are you human? It's so obvious. Okay? So please think about the questions about what you have in common. Okay? Are you ready? Okay? Ready, go.
5 minutes.
In 5 minutes, sorry. Okay, time is up. I'd like to check the score. Please raise your hands if your team found 5 or more. 5 or more. Oh, 6 or more. 6 or more. 7 or more. 8, 9. Yeah, the team 4 is a winner. Very good. Okay, so this is the last activity, the guest job. I will give you a job card.
Yet, just put them face down. Don't look at your cards yet.
There are cards in front of you with the name of the job on each. The person who introduced themselves first will be the answerer. This is the first person to pick up the card. So please close your eyes. Someone else will take one card and share it with others. Okay. Please take turns to give answerer a hint, so that they can guess the job. Okay. Each hint should be a single English word. Only one word is a hint. Okay. じゃあやってみましょうか。
So we will demonstrate. Mr. Ohashi will be the answerer. So he will close his eyes. He will not look. Alyssa and I will have the card. This is the card. I'll show it to you. I'll show it to you very quickly. Don't forget to include your overseas students. Don't say the word, please. It's a secret. This is the word. This is the word. This is the word. So think of one single word, only one word, that you can give a hint. Don't forget to show your card to your international students. Okay, everyone has seen the card now. Okay, Alyssa, can you give one word hint?
Food.
Food. So you can guess now, or I can give a hint.
Cook.
Close.
Close.
Apron.
Chef.
Yes, very good.
Okay, do you see the rules? Okay. Okay, just please get it started from the first one. Okay, ready, go. In 5 minutes, sorry, in 5 minutes. Okay, thank you very much. 向の問題な感じですか？
そうですね、向こうの回線が
わかりました。
すぐに入り直してはもらったので、そこだけ今のところ。
まあ、生徒に任せましょう。はい、ありがとうございます。はい。1 minute left. Okay. Difficult?
And I think that it's difficult with comments.
Okay, time is up. I checked your scores. Please raise your hand if your team got one or more, two or more, 2, 3, 4, oh, 4. Okay, your scores 4. Okay, group 2 is the winners. Okay, good job. Okay, yeah, this is the end of icebreakers. Thank you so much for your cooperation. Let's go on to the next. We will select group presenters from this group D, 2 group presenters. They will present our group action plan in the general meeting tomorrow. A representative will also be required to the summit declaration meeting at 5:10 today. They will also unveil the commemorative tablet monument during the commemorative tree planting ceremony at 9 tomorrow. Okay. Well, I'd like to select one student from Japanese high school and one exchange student, two in total. Okay. First of all, any volunteers? Oh, great. How do we choose? uh, 1, 2, 3. どうしようかな。She's from abroad? She's from abroad? Foreign student?
Exchange
Exchange, sorry.
Let's get their names, and then we can tell Mr. Kaneko.
Okay. どうしようか。Mr. Kaneko?
We can take their names and.
Okay, okay. Sorry, too many volunteers are here. Please tell me your names. I will choose and one from volunteers. Okay, I'm sorry.
So if you have your hand raised, I'll come around and get, or he'll come around and get your name. I'll take your name. So just keep your hand raised, and he'll continue explaining.
Okay, I'm sorry. これ。10 minutes break.
Next, we're going to explain about the presentation procedure.
Okay, sorry. I'm so sorry. Okay, the next, and now I will explain the presentation procedure from 9:40. The workshop topic for Group D. Our group is. そうだな。ごめんなさい。Sorry. Our shop topic is reducing disaster risks. Okay, reducing disaster risks. Each school will present for 5 minutes their survey and action plan that you came up with at your school in line with this topic. Please listen carefully to this presentation. After exchanging your opinions with each other during the afternoon's discussion, we will put together group's ideas into one in the summary. And we will also take photographs and have a break during the session. Our group 10:30, we are going to have taken photos, okay? Okay, I will tell you about the points to note when you listen to the presentation. First of all, please look at the worksheet which we have given out. Please look at the handout. And while you are listening to a presentation by another school, please make notes. on sticky notes. Sticky note is this. Sorry, this one. Okay, this one. Please take notes on this sticky note. And any point is okay. Any point is okay. But one idea on one sticky note. Okay. In one sticky note, please write a keyword or expression which you like. Any idea is okay. But one idea on one sticky note. Please listen carefully while someone is presenting. And if you have any questions, ask them after the presentation. Okay? Please try to keep your presentation within 5 minutes. 5 minutes, okay, in each. Please, if you prepared a lot of content, please skip some of your parts of presentation. Okay, please be keeping 5 minutes. Okay. Also, even if you carried out excellent research, there are many things that stop you from communicating content to your listening, such as speaking in a quiet voice or too quickly. So please speak loudly and slowly so that the other student can understand. Okay? So, and now, moderator schools, 明治学園中学高等学校. Would you like to start? Okay, so please here.
Do you have any questions before they get started? Is everybody okay? Do you understand what you're supposed to be doing? It's okay if you don't understand. That's why we're here to help. So if you need us to explain it again, or you would like me or Alyssa or Mr. Ohashi to come to your table and help you out, please just raise your hand. It's okay. Wow, you all really got it? Okay. So smart. Okay.
We are Haruna Imazono, Mayuko Kanayama, and Yu Mutsuzaki. We are responsible for moderating the session. We would like to begin the presentation by each school now. We will proceed with the presentations in the order stated in your handbook. Each school has 5 minutes to present and 2 minutes for questions, with 1 minute for presentation for the next school. When 5 minutes have passed and it is time to end your presentation, we will hold up a card saying finish. So please take note of this. First, we will begin our presentation of Meiji Gakuin Senior High School.
No, not yet, because we just started. There's no time for it. It just starts. And then the students are starting.
I'm sorry. We are going to have a 10 minutes break from here, and 9:55 start with Meiji Gakuin High School. Okay? If you need your restroom, you can use this bathroom. Okay? Okay. So let's begin in 10 minutes. Okay.
So we'll take a 10-minute break while the schools get set up. So please use this time to use the restroom.
後ろでやっていただける。なんか私これを、あ、はい。この辺すごくよく分かってなくて申し訳ない。はい。はい、そうですね。はい、すいません。
We still have like 3 minutes. Oh my gosh. So after this, the students will give their presentation and the moderators will ask this. So now the student moderators will take over so we don't really have to do anything. It's 24, but this is the new. This is the old one. So this is probably page 32, 32 or 34.
Okay, now is the time to begin presentation. Please take your seat. Okay, before start the presentation, we need one more representative from foreign high schools. Do you any volunteers? Sorry, we have to choose 2 representatives, but one more foreign student. We need one more foreign student. Any volunteers? Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you. Ah,
So we will ask again later.
okay. Sorry. Thank you. Thank you for your cooperation. Okay, so please begin the presentation.
Hello. We are Haruna Imazono, Maiko Kanayama,
and Yui Mutsuzaki from Meiji Gakuen High School in Kitakyushu City, Fukuoka Prefecture. First, do you remember the Great East Japan earthquake? Actually, my parents lived in Ibaraki at that time. When I asked my parents about the situation, they said it was difficult to stand and we felt in danger. As a result, I moved to Kitakyushu. You never know when a disaster like this could change people's lives. We need to raise awareness of the disaster prevention on a daily basis.
One of the reasons why we decided to investigate is that natural disasters occurred every year in Japan. Second, in order to achieve Goal 11 of the SDGs, Sustainable Cities and Communities, it is important to make towns resilient to natural disasters. Therefore, disaster prevention and mitigation is essential.
First, we visit the water fire station for participant observation. We learn that disaster cases, disaster prevention activities, and history of natural disasters. What we learn here is broaden our objective perspective. We want to tell the correct knowledge about disaster prevention.
In the earthquake experience, we experience a maximum seismic intensity of 7, which is about the same as the Kumamoto earthquake. The Kumamoto earthquake occurred in Kumamoto Prefecture in 2016. Two earthquakes with a seismic intensity of 7 occurred within about 28 hours, and there were frequent aftershock after the main shock. We thought it was very dangerous because we couldn't move and there was a possibility that the window would break or the furniture would fall over. We could actually feel the threat of the earthquake and imagine the fear and anxiety of the victims.
We conduct a questionnaire of the 14 students who experienced earthquake. As a result, 6 people saw the most important thing how to take action, and 3 people thought it was needful people to experience earthquake, and 5 people thought we should tell others about this experience. Everyone was able to learn the necessity of experience.
In September, we did an activity called Asobosai at a local event. Asobosai is a project that allows people to feel more familiar with disaster prevention through their own experiences. This name comes from the fact that you can learn about disaster prevention while playing. We set up 2 booths there, work and disaster prevention kata. In the work booth, we made bags using frosty and cups and plates using colored paper. In the disaster prevention kata booth, we used tags with disaster precautions written on them, and we explained the cause when someone took one. As described above, the results of the research clearly show that high school students' awareness of disaster prevention and mitigation improves when they engage in experiential activities.
There are 2 main problems that we are considering. First, Kitakyushu City is really hit by earthquake, so the citizen knowledge about disaster prevention is limited. Second, we just learning about we cannot influence others just by learning. We are planning following activities to solve this problem.
Our future goal is to hold disaster prevention forums involving high school students from other schools and to hold disaster prevention classes at elementary schools. We hope to eventually lead to raise the awareness of disaster prevention in Kitakyushu City as a whole. In addition to the activities announced this time, we will continue to be active in the future. Finally, we would like to finish with our motto. Think together, think both sides. Let's spread disaster prevention and mitigation. That's all for our presentation. Thank you for listening. We will move on to the 2 minutes for questions. If you have a question, please raise your hand before you speak. We will pass your microphone. If the presenter is online, please come to the microphone and ask your question. So if you have a question, please raise your hand.
We're bringing the mic over to you.
So right now you mentioned that we can educate, especially the kids when they are young, about the prevention measures for the earthquakes and tsunami. So what ways do you think we can do in order for it to be effective? Thank you.
We will give a class to elementary school students and we will do our best to make the children fun. Our time is up, so I would like to end the questions and answers and move on to the next presentation. Nagaoka High School, our second presenters, please begin your presentation. The next presentation will be by Lilith Courage. Are you ready?
Yes.
Then, Nagaoka High School, please begin your presentation.
Okay. Hello, everyone. My name is Kaito.
My name is Kai.
My name is Sae.
My name is Rika.
Now, we would like to talk about the activities we did, explain them, and what we learned from them. First, reason for investigation. The visually impaired people cannot see anything or they cannot something well. So, visually impaired people cannot use a hazard map. If there is not a hazard map for visually impaired people, they might be caught in a tsunami. For this reason, we decided to make a 3D map for visually people. Next, survey method. At first, we were going to make a 3D hazard map with Braille, but we got an advice that not all visually impaired people can read Braille. So we started to make a 3D hazard map without Braille based on a tsunami hazard map of Murakami City in Niigata.
Third, how to create a Braille hazard map. We made a Braille hazard map with 3D printer like this. Fourth, Fourth, how to make Braille guide. First, we type Braille on the thick paper into the Braille machine. And then we found some difficult point. First, we need to type Braille from the right, and second, we need to type Braille in a mirror image of the surface you're touching. And second, we did with the dot stroke, and third, we put up a pin at the shelter. Fifth, opinions on the finished product. We met Mr. Igarashi, who is visually impaired. We actually had him use a hazard map, and he told us some points of issue. Please watch this foreign video.
Six, point of issue. We cannot find the cardinal direction on the map. The 3D hazard map can be used from any direction, so the user does not know the direction. We don't know how many meters of tsunami will hit on the map. Seventh, future plans. The user does not know how far from the sea he is touching, since the user does not know the direction south or north. So the direction is indicated by the hand of clock. We think that voice makes it easier for the user to understand the distance, time, and direction to the shelter. So we will add an audio guide to the 3D map. It is necessary to be aware of visually impaired people.
9. Conclusion. The first thing is that it is necessary to be aware of visually impaired people. The second thing is it is important to share information during a disaster. The third thing is it is important to help each other when a disaster. The fourth thing is carefully choosing and exchanging information about these situations. We should think about what is best for everyone. References. Thank you for listening. Thank you very much. We will move on the 2 minutes for questions. If you have a question, please raise your hand before you speak. We will pass you a microphone. If the presenter is online, please come to the microphone and ask your question. So if you have a question, please raise your hand.
Thank you. I think it is difficult for people who have visually impaired because there are only 6% people, visually impaired people, who can read Tenji,
Braille?
yeah.
Braille?
So how do you think なんて言えばいいんだろう how will you solve about the problem? Please answer.
Thank you for the question. There is answer. Add an audio guide to the 3D map. So if the visually impaired people cannot watch the 3D hazard maps, so they can hear the information from audio guide. It's okay?
We can hear the voice by turning the switch or touching something.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Our time is up. So I would like to end the questions and answers and move on to the next presentation. Be Fifi Courage, our third presenters, please begin your presentation. The next presentation will be by Sapporo Nihon University High School.この3番目じゃなくて今4番。
Sorry. Next one is Lei College from Samoa is the next turn.
Hello, do we share our screen now?
Are you ready?
Hello? Okay, yeah, we are ready. We are going to share our screen right now.
Then let me feel courage. Please begin your presentation. Are you ready?
Yes.
Then let me feel courage. Please begin your presentation.
Creating sense of lava. This survey is looking at ways and methods to reduce the impacts of natural disasters from Samoa by Lefevre College. Natural hazards are severe and extreme weather and climate events that affect both people and environment. Examples of natural hazards are earthquakes, landslides, volcanic eruptions, floods, hurricanes, tornadoes, blizzards, tsunamis, cyclones, and wildfires. As you can see, these are some of the strategies that are used in Samoa. Building seawalls along coastlines to protect our country, building cement walls beside riverbanks to protect people and environments from flooding and to reduce and to prevent the overflow of water. Early warning system to predict natural hazards, especially during tsunami, and to inform people to evacuate. As you can see, that these are some of the pictures of seawalls meant that built beside riverbanks to protect the families and the environment. And also some of the pictures of seawalls along coastlines to protect our country. In which subjects it is taught. Most of the information about disaster management is taught in geography for level 12 and level 13. The strand that this natural disaster is covered is physical environment. The syllabus in subject only allows certain subjects to teach the issue to students. Only students who take geography have a fair understanding about the issue due to lack of awareness programs.
there are not enough public awareness out in the community for students who need more understanding about the issue. To conclude, natural hazards are unpredictable, hence the reason why a lot of people died during natural hazards. The strategies used in Samoa to protect its people and environments relies a lot on financial assistance from overseas countries. There's a lot of work that is need to be done to ensure the information reaches everyone in the country. So thank you very much for listening.
Thank you very much. We will move on to the 2 minutes for questions. If you have a question, please raise your hand before you speak. We will pass your microphone. If the presenter is online, please come to the microphone and ask your question. So, if you have a question, please raise your hand.
Hello. Can you think of any way to increase the public awareness?
More public trainings.
Okay, thank you.
So, hello. Do you think that we should make the geography subject mandatory, or we should create another subject where we learn about like the disaster prevention? Thank you.
Yes. We need to create another subject, not only geography, but we need to create another subject to teach the students to know how to prevent and what to do during the disasters, especially tsunami. But
Our time is up, so I would like to end the questions and answers and move on to the next presentation. Sapporo Nihon University High School, our fourth presenters, please begin your presentation. The next presentation will be by Sakata Higashi High School. Are you ready? Then, Sapporo Nihon University High School, please begin your presentation.
My name is Kota Yamato.
My name is Eiichiro Kanno.
We will start our presentation now. Do any of you remember the earthquake that occurred in Hokkaido a few years ago? This earthquake mainly caused landslides, liquefaction, and blackouts. Of these problems, the blackouts that occurred is that one that remains most in many people's memories. Because of this, we have been researching the systems and measures we can take that can reduce the negative effects in the event of another similar blackout as much as possible. First, do you know what case a blackout occurs? A blackout happens when demand for electricity is greater than the available supply, usually when a power plant shut down due to some other reason. In our presentation, we will talk about what the power plant stops in a disaster situation. Something that can help people when the electricity supply from leisure power plants stop is the virtual power plant, or VPP for short. A VPP consists of an electricity producer, aggregator, and a consumer. Producers are ordinary households with solar panel or other machine capable of generating electricity at home. Aggregator is a person who collects electricity from those producers and sells into consumer.
The plus of VPPs are that they can supply electricity to homes and facilities in need to electricity even when power plant cannot meet the demand. VPPs contribute to solving environmental problems as well because they use clean electricity generated by home solar plants and power people will receive tangible reward, usually money, based on the amount you contribute. However, there are some cons of VPPs as well. For example, there are large initial construction costs associated with the material needed to install a VPP. Also, since the power generation method is usually solar panels installed at people's house, there is a possibility that the may not provide sufficient power when needed if weather conditions do not cooperate. Let's look at the example where VPP can incentivize people to participate. Suppose, for example, that a consumer needs electricity for an air conditioner in the summer. The aggregator will contact people taking part in the VPP and ask them to raise their electricity use. The aggregator then takes the new excess electricity. Then at a later date, the aggregator will reward participate for the amount of electricity they have served. In this system, people are rewarded for saving electricity when asked to do so by the aggregator. Now, we would like to present the plan that we have created for that to do not in the event of disaster. When a disaster occurs and blackout follows, aggregators will first purchase electricity from producers and it will be condensated and sprayed to institutions and facilities that are necessary for the recovery for the city. We believe this would lead to the electricity recovery for the city to pre-disaster levels. Then at a later date, the local or national government will pay the aggregators a reward or money to further spread the adoption of VPPs in the future.
In conclusion, we would like to summarize our idea. VPPs are very good for the global environment because they are solar powered. They have a lot of potential to help uh, con- concludes and regions recover quickly when disasters such as earthquake occur. They also incentivize people to participate in them which will make them more effective over time. This concludes our presentation. Thank you very much for your attention.
Thank you very much. We will move on to
We're going to take a commemorative photo before going on to the next presentation. So if all of the participants would like to come up to the stage, and all of the online participants, please come in front of your camera. We're going to take a picture. So, okay? Before we start the next presentation, we're going to take a photo. So please come on up to the stage. And online participants, please come in front of your camera so that we can have you in the photo. Sorry, it's time for the photo, and then we'll continue. They're a little over time, so please make sure that the participants are staying within 5 minutes. So if they start to go over time, please tell them your time is running out. So we will have questions in a moment, but they need to take the picture now.
Thank you very much. We will move on to the 2 minutes for questions. If you have a question, please raise your hand before you speak. We will pass your microphone. If the presenter is online, please come to the microphone and ask your question. So if you have a question, please raise your hand.
Thank you. I want to ask the question. Did you present about infrastructure, about problem of infrastructure?
Sorry, one more.
Did you present about the problem of infrastructure?
Yes, yes.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
Our time is up, so I would like to end the questions and answers and move on the next presentation. Sakata Higashi High School, our fifth presentation. Please begin your presentation. Are you ready?
Yes. I'm ready.
Sakata Higashi High School, please begin your presentation.
Hi, everyone. I'm Hiroe Kato. I'm a second grade high school student of Sakata East High School, Yamagata Prefecture. I live in the Sakata City. Sakata City has the Tobishima Island in the Sea of Japan. Sakata City faces the Sea of Japan. And recently, the development of ICT has increased the amount of written information in the world. While convenient for many, this can actually make life even more difficult for people who have trouble reading, such as people from overseas and people who have disabilities. Based on my own experiences with dyslexia, I'm studying pictograms so that people who have difficulty reading can immediately obtain emergency information in a disaster. I aim to create pictograms that convey meaning across all languages and cultures. So I would like to present an idea to create emergency pictograms, prevent the spread of disaster damage, and reduce the mortality rate. To achieve this, I began by conducting a questionnaire survey to people about colors they find easy to see used for pictograms in my city. with support from other school students and city hall staff and local firms. Finally, 331 Sakata students responded to the questionnaire at events such as Maramarshe. This is the graph of the result of questionnaire. And last month, I participated in a visually impaired experience event with students from Yamagata Prefectural Sakata Koryo High School Business Distribution Department. We asked visually impaired people directly about colors used for pictograms that are easy to see, and also experienced how visually impaired people see things. As a result of interviews with visually impaired people, it was found that it is easier to see if the background color is black and designed color is yellows or orange. In addition, I'm currently considering making it possible to quickly evacuation by changing the colors of the pictograms according to the degree of danger in the event of a disaster. So I want to share with you about the importance of creating emergency pictograms to create the world that no one will be left behind in a disaster. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. We will move on to the 2 minutes for questions. If you have a question, please raise your hand before you speak. We will pass your microphone. If the presenter is online, please come to the microphone and ask your question. So, if you have a question, please raise your hand.
I would like to talk about the details of the percentage of people who can't read the language or letters. About 60% of people in Japan who can't read the letters or can't write letters. And in the United States, about 8% of people can't read or write letters because of dyslexia or because of environment that they raised up. So I want to create the pictograms that convey meaning across all languages and cultures, regardless of whether or not they have a disability. So now I'm working with a local university teacher to co-create pictograms with New Zealand high schools and universities, especially art universities and high schools for art. So
So regarding the pictograms, right? Do you think we should create a new pictograms, or should we just, I don't know, maybe modify the already existed pictograms? Thank you.
I think we should new pictograms to spread the information, information in the world more quickly, and we because we have because there are many people, a lot of people who haven't who have not who have not known about pictograms or the disasters and something. So we have to restart about the pictograms and the issues of disasters. So I think we have to make the new pictograms from now on or in the future with together around the world. Thank you.
Our time is up, so I would like to end the questions and answers and move on to the next presentation. Madorani Move High School, our six presenters, please begin your presentation.
Okay, there you go.
Are you ready?
Yes, can you hear me? Can you guys hear me? Great. Hello. Before I go on, I would like to let my group members to introduce themselves.
Okay. Hi guys, my name is Kiola.
Hello everyone, my name is John. Hello everyone, my name is Jesse.
Hi people, my name is Janet. And my name is Tanya David. I will be the presenter on behalf of my group. High School Student Summit on World Tsunami Awareness Day. It is our first time to participate in this event. Please allow me to present on our presentation on behalf of our group from Madaling High School in Bombay, Federated States of Micronesia. Our topic, next slide. Our topic is reducing disaster risk. We chose three natural disasters that had happened in the FSM, Federated States of Micronesia, and still happening nowadays. The three natural disasters that we have experienced are high tide, flooding, landslide. Back to our topic, we will mainly focus on how to reduce disaster risk. The first, how to reduce high tide risk. build sea walls, building high road, lessen cutting down mangrove trees and littering. And last, avoid dredging. On this, on this slide, we provided evidence of high tide that happened in the FSM. The first picture is in Koshrai State, happened in December 1999. And the picture, yes, that picture, it happened or took place in Bombay State in 2000, in this year, months ago. The second one is how to reduce flooding risk. Relocation, move your house to a higher ground, avoid deforestation, make a path for rivers to flow down smoothly, seal your houses to prevent floodwaters from entering your house. In this slide, we provided evidences of flooding in the FSM that happened in Bombay State in the year 2022 at Nesh Municipality. The next slide is how to reduce landslide risk. Plant more trees, reduce planting gava in the forest, move your house from the edges to the flat area, build your house on sill piping. And this slide, evidences of landslide in the FSL. This was occurred in March 20, 2018 in Bombay, FSL. Ended up killing an innocent woman and was never found. We're including some sites or sources of our pictures, so if you want to see, you can search or see the sites. On our island, we have only experienced these natural disasters that we stated above. We believe that there are many ways to reduce this disaster risk, but due to financial difficulties, these are the solutions that are easy for us to do. That's all. Is there any question?
Stop sharing.
Thank you very much. We will move on to the 2 minutes for questions. If you have a question, please raise your hand before you speak. We will pass your microphone. If the presenter is online, please come to the microphone and ask your question. So if you have a question, please raise your hand.
Keep smiling.
Ready for questions? Could you what did I do myself? Yeah, you have to clear it. Oh, really? Okay, we have one. Okay. Oh, siya. Siguro naman dyan.
Thank you for your presentation. I want to ask one question. Did you want to present about the life your daily life with the disaster disasters like such as tsunami and so on.
Okay, to answer your question, we only talk about the one that we have experienced because we haven't experienced tsunami in the vessel. So we just chose the natural disasters that we have experienced that having already having in the vessel.
Thank you. And what is your vision for aim goals for the activities?
But to prevent our life if it will happen again, that's
Thank
our
you. Oh,
goal.
sorry. Thank you.
Our time is up, so I would like to end the questions and answers and move on to the next presentation. Fujimigaoka High School, our seventh presenters, please begin your presentations.
Are you ready? Then, Fujimigaoka High School, please begin your presentation.
Hi everyone. So we're gonna start our presentation about the disaster prevention that we have taught. Oh, we are from Tokyo, Fujimigaoka High School.
My name is Marika.
And my name is Gail.
Disaster risk reduction, optimism, bias, and resilience education. The miracle of Kamaishi embodies what we aim for in disaster prevention education. Through daily disaster prevention education, even in the great earthquake that happened on March 11th in Japan, the students' correct knowledge and proactive actions have saved many lives and succeeded in mitigating the disaster. Kamaishi City has experienced tsunamis many times in the past, so disaster prevention education was conducted with the awareness that disasters are always nearby. However, how many people do you think there are that can face the threat of disasters? We think there is a mental disorder in people who have little experience with disasters.
The Cabinet Office defines disaster prevention education as recognizing the dangers of disasters and making daily preparations. It stipulates that employees should be able to act to ensure their own safety based on accurate judgment according to the situation. It is necessary for students to think about disaster prevention on their own and to perceive disasters as a personal matter. In other words, to have independence and learning and an awareness of issues. However, we have an optimistic bias toward disasters, which means that even if we watch videos of disasters, we cannot perceive them as personal problems because they are not victims of ourselves or those close to us. How can we eliminate this optimist bias and work on disaster prevention with independence? Therefore, we focus on the perspective of education and thought about how to eliminate the optimist bias. In recent years, active learning, which has been attracting the most attention in the field of education, requires learning in which students can make use of their knowledge and experience. Students themselves should understand the importance of growing while learning, and having an active interest encourages deeper learning.
The method is to simulate a disaster through storytelling. By doing this, we believe there are three effects. The first is that by feeling the threat of disaster close to us, we can perceive disasters as our own and overcome our optimism bias. Second, by creating a disaster story, you can cultivate knowledge about disasters. This will help you recognize the need for proactive action. Furthermore, when deciding on disaster themes, knowing that there are many different types of disasters and considering the differences will enable us to make appropriate decisions for each disaster. We believe that these three effects will have a great impact on disaster prevention education for students.
So for the next slide, we have the summary. We think that the biggest enemy of disaster education is the optimistic bias toward disasters. And through this creation of the disaster story that we taught, we think that we must acquire accurate knowledge and proactive actions to reduce disaster risk. And disaster prevention education should develop into a place that conveys the importance of appropriate and independent action rather than being scared of the disasters.
Here are the references we gathered.
Thank you for listening.
Thank you very much. We will move on to the next 2 minutes for questions. If you have a question, please raise your hand before you speak. We will pass you a microphone. If the presenter is online, please come to the microphone and ask your question. So, if you have a question, please raise your hand.
Thank you. I want to ask two questions. What age? What age will you teach about the disasters and about the feeling close to disasters, and how will you teach about the disasters to people?
Thank you for your question. So for your first question, I would like to answer that we think that it's important to teach from the younger age about disaster risk and like how to predict those kind of disasters. And for your second question, we would like to teach them. For your second question, that we think that it is important to teach them how important it is to evacuate and like for the disasters. Yeah, how to think and how to move if those kind of disasters happens in case. Thank you.
Our time is up, so I would like to end the questions and answers. We will have a 10 minutes break until 11:20. The 8th school, Niigata Minami High School, please get ready to begin your presentation from 11:20.
Did you guys think about who's going to be the representative for tomorrow? No, not yet. Who will be the representative? You get a nice envelope. Can we show it to them? No? Only one person can get this. Only one person. You're gonna do it? Great. Mabel. Thank you, Mabel. Here you are. This has information. Feel like a spy. You guys are doing awesome. だから私はこれを金山さんに渡して。ちょっと待って待って。これちょっと待って。これ読んで。どこかな？Now we will continue with our presentation. Niigata Minami High School, our 8 presenters, please begin your presentation. Are you ready? Yes. Then please begin your presentation.
Hello, we are students from Niigata High School. I'm Sakumo Fujino.
千夏小栗、
水木松原、Mao Mizusawa. We research to find safe places on the Rias coast. First of all, the background of the research. The Rias coast is a terrain where waves likely to be high, as shown in this figure. So the damage caused by tsunami is greater.
So we thought about where to set up a safe shelter near the Rias coast. Our hypothesis is that being at the base of the cape is the safest place on the Rias coast. This is because it is far from the back of the bay and the tip of the cape, where waves are said to concentrate.
Experiment method and results. We created a model of the Rias coast by using styrofoam and installed it in an aquarium water tank with an inner determined of 100 centimeter long, 10 centimeter wide, 20 centimeter high. In experiment one, this average speed of waves was determined by measuring the time at the 30 centimeter, 40 centimeter, 50 centimeter points. The average speed of waves was about 72 centimeter per second.
In experiment 2, a plastic cylindrical model was installed at 4 points on the land of the Rias coast. The water depth was set to be 6 centimeters at the deepest point, and the travel distance of the cylindrical model when swept away by the triggered tsunami was measured. A similar experiment was conducted at a depth of 7 and 8 centimeters. As a result, at a depth of 6 centimeters, the cylindrical model didn't move at the tip of the cape, but at the back of the bay, it moved about 89.14 millimeters. At depths of 6, 7, and 8 centimeters, the cylindrical model didn't move at the tip of the cape, but it moved beyond the measurement range at the back of the bay and cape.
Our hypothesis was supported, resulting in the tip of the cape being a safe place, because the model of the Rias coast that we created was so deep. We thought that it might have impacted the result. However, according to Ms. Tani's report, in the case of shallow bathymetric terrain, the tip of the cape becomes dangerous place due to the concentration of waves. Therefore, our proposal is to first investigate the topography of the seabed. If the topography of the seabed is shallow, it will take time to evacuate, but it is necessary to set up evacuation shelters inland. In the case of a rapid drop-off, we thought it would be better to set up an evacuation shelter at tip of the set up evacuation shelter at the tip of the cape, where evacuation does not take long.
In the future, we will conduct more detailed experiments, taking into account the case of shallow seabed photography. References are as follows. Thank you for listening.
Thank you very much. We will move on to 2 minutes for question. If you have a question, please raise your hand before you speak. We will pass your microphone. If the presenter is online, please come to the microphone and ask your question. So if you have a question, please raise your hand.
Thank you. I think it is. I think it is different between the wave of your experiment and real wave of tsunami because because of in the physical in the physical I think so if えっと how how will you uh, solve the problem in next experiment if you will try again?
Uh, we have not studied that yet, but we will look into it and get back to you. Sorry.
Our time is up, so I would like to end the questions and answers and move on to the next presentation. Banda Aceh High School, our ninth presenters, please begin your presentation.
Are you ready?
Yes. Yes, we're ready.
Then, Banda Aceh High School, please begin your presentation.
Assalamualaikum, Shalom, Om Swastiastu, Namo Buddhaya, Salam Kebajikan. I'm Anissa from Indonesia. Today, I'm here with my team. Say hi to Naira, Sultan, and Kausar. We are here today to present our work in commemoration of World Tsunami Awareness Day 2022 as the representative of Aceh, Indonesia. Ladies and gentlemen, did you know that the 2004 Aceh tsunami devastated coastal areas in Aceh and have made Banda Aceh, our capital city, resembled Hiroshima after the atomic bomb? So during the next minutes, we'll be talking about this year's theme, which is reducing disaster risk. We have organized this presentation in the following way. First speaker Sultan will explain the survey. Second speaker Naira will explain the analysis of problems based on the survey. Third speaker, which is me, myself, will explain action plans point 1 and 2. And the last speaker, Kausar, will explain action plans point 3 and closes our presentation. Let us begin.
Survey.
Without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, our team have done with our survey on awareness of reducing disaster risk. The method that we have used is questionnaire forms, about 240 sheets, but unfortunately, we've got only 90 replies in total. The subject of our survey is senior high school student around Banda Aceh City, whose school was affected by the tsunami disaster in 2004. There were three schools in Banda Aceh. The first, we have Senior High School 1 of Banda Aceh, and the second, we have Senior High School 3 of Banda Aceh, and the last one, we have State Islamic Senior High School 2 of Banda Aceh.
Now let's take a look at the next slide. Based on the surveys, these are 5 problems that we've discovered. Our conclusions are: first, students realize the threat of the national disasters, but don't know how to deal with it. Second, among the 3 schools, only 2 schools has an evacuation route. Third, 55.6% students aren't sure on building safety. And lastly, the last disaster management program was 5 years ago in 2016. These conclusions leads directly to our next point. So, to anticipate those issues above, we've put together a plan which will be explained further in the next slide. First thing first, the disaster annual simulation in school. You all might be thinking, what is it about? So, the annual simulation is about providing real-time experience for students on natural disaster, as you can see on the screen. This action plan will teach students on how to prepare and evacuate themselves when a disaster occurs. Hopefully, it will increase their awareness, which will reduce the numbers of victims when a real disaster occurs. Our next plan is Disaster Ambassador and Social Media Campaign. Okay, Disaster Ambassador is actually our new plan for increasing students' awareness on disaster. We are making sure that in each school there are students who truly understand the do's and don'ts when natural disaster happens. These students will be an ambassador for their schools and engage others to take action on disaster. Move on to the next slide. So this is us in action as disaster ambassador of our school, Mansatu Model Banda Aceh. We were giving information about disaster to other students in other schools, including doing a survey regarding their awareness.
It can be a role model for other schools in Banda.
7.6 island. Smong defines the wave of the sea. Since then, the word smong has become familiar among the people of Simelu. When an earthquake or tsunami occurs, people will shout smong to indicate that a natural disaster will occur. Residents can save themselves first to the this brings us this brings us to the end of our presentation. As a final remark, however, to believe more than knowledge with a tiny that but let's work together. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. We will move on to the 2 minutes for questions. If you have a question, please raise your hand before you speak. We will pass your microphone. If the presenter is online, please come to the microphone and ask your question. So if you have a question, please raise your hand.
Thank you. Could you tell us about your background of this presentation and research?
I will answer your question. Our background is because there are a lot of students in our city, especially that aren't aware enough about disaster in general. So we have done a survey on their awareness. Yeah, so like you see in the analysis of problems, that is some problems that we have found uh, mm, after doing our survey, and the action plan is our plan to make students understand and increase their awareness so that there are minimum of victims when a real disaster happens. Thank you.
Our time is up, so I would like to end the questions and answers and move on to the next presentation. Takada Kitashiro, Bandai High School, our 10th presenters, please begin your presentation. Bandai High School, our 10th presenters, please begin your presentation.
Are you ready? Then Bandai High School, please begin your presentation.
Hello everyone. We are Niigata City Bandai High School. My name is Mitsuki Ajiri.
My name is Masaki Katagiri. My name is Yoshiki. Recently, the occurrence of catastrophic disasters has been on the increase, probably due to the effects of global warming. Rising sea temperatures have made typhoons stronger than they were 13 years ago. In Japan, the risk of disasters such as tsunami, earthquakes, and volcanic eruptions inherited them in other countries, making it very dangerous. A zero place where people can protect themselves in the event of such a disaster, and can we survive in those facilities? I was invited these questions and will present my finding. First, the purpose of the survey was to confirm the employment in which facilities for implementation can be deployed and to further expand the development of these facilities in order to create an environment in which as many people as possible can survive. Given the current situation in which disasters risks are increasing, the survey has been conducted follows. Next, the survey message we had been increasing the degree of inspection of disaster prevention facilities, mainly in areas with a high risk of disasters. Based on websites and hazard map of the relevant areas, this is what we have done. As a result, since disasters risk differs from region to region, the degree of facilities exchange varies, but basically ordered progress has resistance and installing tsunami evaluation towers and tsunami evaluation buildings. This will not be our fundamentalist. Furthermore, it is difficult for mentally create technology to defeat natural disasters or reduce damage to almost zero. However, if we can succeed in limiting human suffering in the event of a major disasters, recovery will become easier. However, the expansion of facilities is essential to reduce human suffering, but the cost of expanding these facilities enormous. Moreover, the facilities that exist today are not designed to save everyone, but to save as many lives as possible.
So here is our proposed action plan. First, utilize exciting if people can evacuate on their own. What this means is escape anyway. If you can run away, run to higher ground anyway and survival, which is a matter of course. Two, if you are not in a place where you can evacuate, by a tsunami shelter. This is to protect yourself from tsunami by installing a tsunami shelter in your home and evacuating to it. If you are unable to evacuate by yourself, there is no high ground nearby where you can evacuate. The tsunami shelter are designed. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. We will move on the 2 minutes for question. If you have a question, please raise your hand before you speak. We will pass you a microphone. If the presenter is online, please come to the microphone and ask your question. So if you have a question, please raise your hand. Thank you for your presentation, and I want to ask you one thing. So have you ever been to that kind of tsunami protection facilities or seen? Okay, have you ever been to those facilities like tsunami protection facilities?
One more, please, too slowly.
Have you ever been to those facilities, like tsunami protection facilities, or seen the facilities?
Eh, マックス one month, I think.
So have you thought that you wanna try to go to one of these places? .今までこのような施設に行ったことはありますか？
I don't use some it. I looking some it. I junior high school student one.
Okay, thank you.
Our time is up, so I would like to end the question and answer and move to the next presentation. Yokkaichi High School, our 11 presenters, please begin your presentation.
Are you ready? Then, Yokkaichi High School, please begin your presentation.
Hello, my name is Erika from Yokkaichi High School. I'm going to start my presentation. The title is Removing Neglect of Natural Disasters Helps to Reduce Damage. As you know, many natural disasters happen these days in Japan. Also, they give us big damage. One of the causes of disaster damage is normalcy bias and synchronicity bias. Normalcy bias is a term of psychology. For example, when we face the danger, we tend to regard them as normal. Synchronicity bias is a term of psychology too. For example, when we in a group, we take same action as other people do. Few biases give anxiety to our daily life, but when disasters happen, They make us late for evacuation. Why do we feel two biases when disasters happen? One of the reasons is that many natural disasters happen every year in Japan, and that people get used to them and feel okay even they happen. Look at this table. This shows the number of the earthquakes in Japan. We can find that earthquakes happen more than 1,500 times every year. What can we do to reduce damage? I would like to present 3 solutions. 1. Check dangerous points at home. For example, we can draw floor map of our home. This shows a floor map my home. By means of this, we can find what to do, where to sleep in case disasters happen. 2. Images of disasters. We should imagine what will fall off the furniture or move around, and hear some sound. We should think where to take refuge or how to contact with family. 3. Children should play a role of initiative refugees. Because students or children have had few experiences of natural disasters, which make them feel they are in danger. So people should tell children natural disasters and how too scary they are. Some people might think that when we do their action, won't change a big damage. But if we understand the biases, we can oppose to them. If so, we can feel scared or play a role of initiative refugees when disasters happen. Let's take these actions and reduce disaster damage. Thank you for listening.
Thank you very much. We will move on to the 2 minutes for questions. If you have a question, please raise your hand before you speak. We will pass a microphone. If the presenter is online, please come to the microphone and ask your question. So if you have a question, please raise your hand.
I have a question. May I ask a question? In your home, what is the most dangerous area in an earthquake?
Living
The living room? Can you tell me why it's the most dangerous area?
my family buy a lot of books and put on book, living. What? giving put on books, many books put on.
So they might fall in an earthquake? I see. Thank you.
Our time is up, so I would like to end the questions and answers and move on to the next presentation. Matsuyama Minami High School, our 12 presentators, please begin your presentation.
Are you ready?
Yes.
Then, Matsuyama Minami High School, please begin your presentation.
Hello everyone. I'm Ozaki Yuka from Ehime Prefecture Matsuyama Minami High School. I will start my presentation. The theme of my research is fabrication of seismic isolation rubber, which can be used for furniture. To begin with, are you familiar with seismic isolation rubber? Seismic isolation rubber, or SIR, is a tool to prevent earthquake vibration from transmitting to buildings. SIR is constructed from rubber plates and iron plates being stacked up alternately, with the sides also wrapped in rubber. As you know, in Japan, the damage caused by earthquakes is serious. Among others, I focused on the damage due to toppling of furniture. Please look at this graph. According to the Tokyo Fire Department, between 30% and 50% of the people have been wounded by falling or moving furniture at the time of an earthquake. So I saw that the amount of injuries could be reduced by setting SIR underneath the furniture. I made 12 types of SIR by myself and examined 4 different conditions: inclusion of lubricating oil, shape, placement, and relationship between diameter and height. Allow me to explain how to make SIR. The manufacturing method is based on that of Bridgestone. I made them in the course of cutting the rubber and iron plates, pressing them together with a press machine, sanding the sides of the plates, laminating the plates alternately, wrapping the plate with balloons, applying lubricating oil as needed, filling the mass of the balloons, and finally gluing an iron plate to the bottom. Let me explain how I conducted the experiment. 4 SIRs and a weighted box were placed on a vibration device. A ruler and a high-speed camera were placed in front of the device. During the vibrations, I took a recording of the shaking with the camera. Then I watched the recording to measure the shaking width. The experiment was conducted with shaking equivalent to seismic intensity 4. To summarize the experimental results from experiments 1, 2, and 3,
A circular SIR made using a lubricating oil was placed underneath the four corners on the bottom a piece of furniture, reducing the transfer of shaking to it. Also, from experiments 4, 5, and 6, the seismic isolation effect depends on both the diameter of the circular rubbers and the height of the rubber stack. The optimum stack height was found for a range of diameters. Two problems were found during the experiment. First, for the sake of experimental simplicity, I used balloons to make the SIR, but these are not durable and must be improved. Second, also for the sake of experimental simplicity, an iron plate was used in place of flooring. However, I must check whether it is possible to use my SIR with general flooring materials such as wood or tatami. Based on the above, I would like to propose two action plans. First, we need to produce SIR that have excellent durability while being compatible with general flooring materials. Second, we should raise awareness of the fact that a lot of damage is caused by furniture during earthquakes and strive to spread SIR to households. Here are the references I used for my research. Thank you for listening.
Thank you very much. We will move on to the 2 minutes per question. If you have a question, please raise your hand before you speak. We will pass you a microphone. If the presenter is online, please come to the microphone and ask your question. So if you have a question, please raise your hand.
What's your plan to spreading the SIR? Like how are you planning to spread it?
I want to cooperate with some ministers, so spread some some ministers spread SIR needs to households because SIR is tool to support your home or furniture. So I think so.
Thank you.
Thank you. How much does each SIR cost?
Cost one SIR. Well, I made I bought wrote of material one time, so I can't count, but one SIR cost 1,000 yen. Okay.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Do you think SIR are useful even if the magnitude of earthquake is greater than 4?
Yeah. But of course, it is. I must check. Yeah.
Thank you.
Our time is up, so I would like to end the question and answer and move on to the next presentation. Saiki Kojo High School, our 13th presenters, please begin your presentation.
Are you ready? Yes. Then, Saiki Kojo High School, please begin your presentation.
Hello, I'm Minami. I'm Rika. Now we will start our presentation. We would like to show you how to teach disaster prevention to high school students in a fun way. Our purpose of this experiment is to create a game that teaches disaster prevention. But during our experiment, we faced a problem. It is that we didn't know how to make a game that teaches disaster prevention. First, we thought of a game using good points of Sugoroku and Karuta. The benefit of them is that they are familiar to everyone and they can have fun playing them. After examining some books and magazines, we found a game called NASA Game. The benefit of NASA Game is that you can many chances to express and share your opinions with others. Based on these studies, we combined the benefit of them and created a new game that is Bosayo or Lord of the King, not Lord of the Rings. I will explain the rules of this game. First, the first player rolls the dice and has to take the card that matches the number. The number means the level of disaster prevention. The first player reads the question written on the back. Next, other player answers the question. When someone says a good answer, the first player has to give the card to the player with the best answer. That player will get points.
This is an example of a level 3 card. The player will read the question. These are answers. This is a movie of the test game.
誰も出てない。布でこうって誰も出てない。なんでマスク水の中に入る。あ、だって小屋に隠れる。水の中に入る。小屋、避難小屋に水が見る。水の中に入って靴履く。靴履く。屋内に隠れる。頭
After the game, we took a questionnaire. In the questionnaire, some said it was fun. On the other hand, others felt that it was hard to answer. Because someone answered first, others had no chances to answer. That is, first come, first served. Based on the questionnaire, we made a new rule. The previous rule is the game ends when someone said a good answer. And the new rule is everyone must answer in turn.
Under the new rule, we ask them to play it again. Look at this movie.
トイレにいるときにする行動は、はい、どうぞ。ですね、窓というか、その避難できる場所を確保することです。なるほど。なるほど。
They are answering in turn.
窓とドアを開けて、トイレットペーパーを急いで。
The first player is giving the cards to the person who came up with the best answer. We took the questionnaire again after the game. These are charts of the comprehension of disaster prevention and their satisfaction of the game. Both greatly increased. The conclusion of this study is, when you learn disaster prevention, amusement and simplicity and communication are necessary. At the same time, to have own opinion and express themselves are important. Also, this is a game, so equality must be required. These are our future prospects. Thank you for listening.
Thank you very much. We will move on to the 2 minutes for questions. If you have a question, please raise your hand before you speak. We will pass you a microphone. If the presenter is online, please come to the microphone and ask your question. So if you have a question, please raise your hand.
So this game we playing like darkly game. So we playing like Monopoly or something with a staff. And I think that's difficult to spread it with like another country or like another place. How about like make this game to be like online game? So I think it's more easier to like people knows this game. Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Do you have any question? Our time is up, so I would like to end the question and answers.
Thank you very much for your presentation, everyone. This brings the presentation by all the school to an end. We have seen that there are various different ways of thinking, depending on difference between countries or religion, haven't we? In the discuss this afternoon, let's respond to this presentation, making use of the arrays and keywords which we note down. So this is the end of the presentation by its school. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Presentation is over. And then 12:25 to 13:10 is a lunch break. So please come here to be on time. I'm so impressed with your presentation. I'm so surprised. Please be aggressive in the afternoon's discussion. Thank you very much. Hello, everyone. Everyone's here. How about your lunch break? You felt relaxed? Okay. Let's go to the afternoon session. Now we will start the discussions in your team. The workshop topic is for this group is reducing disaster risks. Reducing disaster risks. Focus on this topic, we will talk together about keywords and phrases which you thought were important from each school's presentation in the morning session, and about what we can do to reduce the disaster risks. At the end, we will decide on Group D's keywords and action plan. Okay? So first of all, I'd like to explain three rules. And one, please speak clearly in the team. Please speak clearly, so that online participants can hear. Please speak clearly. And number two, accept any ideas. Accept any ideas and do not reject them. Each opinion is very important. Okay. The last one, feel free to ask questions. Please ask questions, as many. Okay. Okay. So now, first, please decide the roles in a team. In each group, one moderator, one presenter, and one timekeeper, and two or one note takers. Okay. Moderator leads and organizes the discussion, the leader of your team. Okay. A presenter represents your team and tell what you discussed to other team. After this session, present to other team. Okay. And the three timekeepers keep track of how much time is left. I'm sorry, time is so limited. Please keep time. And the last one, note taker helps to group sticky notes and organize their team seat. Please use this whiteboard. Okay. Okay, do you see? Okay. Please decide your roles in your team. I'm sorry, online participants cannot be a moderator or a presenter and note taker. I'm sorry for that. After this session, we will make a presentation. So I'm sorry for that. Online participants cannot be a moderator or presenter. Have you decided? Not yet? Okay. The team is okay. Okay. You've decided on your roles. So I'll explain how the discussion is going to place. First of all, note takers. Note takers write on your whiteboard. And on your left side, what we think is important. Okay, on your left side, what you think is important. Please write. Note taker, please write. And the other side, on the right side, please write what we can do. Left side, what we think is important, and right side, what we can do. Oh, no.
Please write it at the top of the whiteboard.
Top, sorry. So that the online participants can see the phrases. Okay.
I write very big. So, yeah.
We, you are a team, so you are. What we think is important. you think is important? I'm sorry, I forgot to announce you. I saw your sticky notes, but your sticky note, the letters on your sticky notes is too small, too small. Please rewrite your phrases or words bigger, bigger. You can use new sticky notes. Please write bigger letters.
And just keyword, just one
keyword.
word, not sentences.
Not a sentence, only a words or a phrase. Okay. Please, I'm sorry, but rewrite your ideas.
You can just choose the most important ideas from your notes. You don't have to write every single one of them. Just the most important ones.
Okay. Okay, please look. Going to the next. Please look at the sticky notes which you wrote this morning, and please choose three. Choose three. You have many ideas, you have many sticky notes, but you choose three ideas. Three ideas. And think about why they are important. Choose three ideas and think about why you choose that three ideas. Okay. If several online participants are using the same camera, please discuss in your group and choose the three which you all think are the most important. You have 5 minutes. 5 minutes, three ideas, and think about why you think so. Okay, ready? Go.
So each person is just choosing three most important ideas to you. If you have any questions, please raise your hand. We will help you. You can also move your camera Don't pick up the whole computer, but you can move your camera closer to the board if you need to. It should reach. Please be sure to ask your online students what they think their 3 most important points are too, and write them, please. Note takers should write what the online students think are important.
Okay, some groups has already started the discussion, but now it's time up. Please stick your sticky notes onto whiteboard. Please put on your sticky notes in turn. One turn has one idea. Okay, in one turn, you have to put on the whiteboard one idea. Okay, and 3 rounds. You have chosen the 3 important ideas for you. So 3 rounds. One turn, one idea. Okay. Okay, ready? I'm sorry. And online participants, note takers, please write online participants' idea on your sticky notes and put your whiteboard. Okay. Okay. じゃあ行きましょう。Ready? Go. Please put your idea on whiteboard and give the reason you think so. Okay. When you put your own sticky notes on the whiteboard, please tell the reason you think so. Please, why do you choose that topic? Okay, if you finished the sharing, putting your idea on whiteboard, please group, put together similar ideas and name it. Name it. Put similar ideas together and name it. I'm sorry, we 1 minute left. 1 minute left. Okay, I'm sorry, time is up. I'm sorry, time is up. So please stop discussing. We will continue. We will continue after the opening ceremony. We will continue after the opening ceremony. Please move to the opening ceremony venue. Okay, please move to the opening ceremony venue. Please check your seat on your handout. Have So this is we will continue after the opening ceremony. Please move on to the opening ceremony venue. Okay, let's go.
Hello.